All right. We march on. The FA Cup. We have failed spectacularly in this tournament for the past couple of years. They want us to win this tournament. I don't think that's going to happen. But we are going to play the second team. And we're going to see what they can do. I mean, it's Reading. This team should be able to beat Reading. Although 5 at the back is concerning. Yes. Let's go. Jones, Rybiger, and Jones again. Curtis Jones, bookending that game. Started it. He ended it. Very, very good. Player chat. Jota, keep working on your game. Jarosz wants a chance to play. His contract is up at the end of the season. He's upset he hasn't gotten any playing time. So we're going to be letting him go at the end of this season. And that way he can go somewhere that might play him. Because he's never going to get that playing time here. He's literally just a depth option. All right. Jarosz. I'm glad we agree. Got the Kilman scouting report. And they got the actual scouting report. So out of France. Baptiste Antoine. The Antoine. Mayer Hubert. Camille Messier. I'm going to sign him for the moment. Basir Jean. Jeremy Leroy. Thibaut Messier. Christophe Durand. 400K, we'll sign him. Clement Walter. Victor Paul. Any of the guys that were there before step up? No. So we get at least one French signing. We go over to America. Joey Coleman, Ben Jackson, Brendan Young, Noah Adams, Nathan Taylor. Sign him for the moment. And Devin Davis, Noah Bennett got a little bit better. We'll sign him for the moment too. Nothing too crazy from there. And our final report from Denmark. I mean, Sigurd Mikkelsen's there, but we also got Eric Larsen. However, his overall sucks. Like, he is not it. He is not it. Albin Holst, Daniel Knudsen, Victor Anderson, Nicholas Jensen, Lucas Beck. Yeah. Fortunately, Denmark, France, and the US have not worked out very well for us so far. Not at all. The first team will be back. Let's get a Jota. Oh, Titan, I'm fucking terrible with the French, but I also don't take it overly seriously at the same time. So, because I know I'm not going to do well at it, so why not meme it to make it sound worse? You know? Let's see. False 9 there, aggressive interceptions. There we go. Get Jota set back up the way we need him. Cheltenham. Another 5 at the back team, man. These scare me. 4-3. Salah with the hat trick. Darwin gets the other goal. Whew. But I mean, I gotta be honest, man. Like, you know, especially like the U.S. in general, but especially the state of Maine, we fucking love butchering names. We do. There is a border town. There is a border town by the name of this, which in France is pronounced Calais. How do you think we pronounce it in Maine? It's callous. This fucking state, man. This fucking state. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it's an abomination to the French language. Ooh, player of the year, Kylian Mbappe. Mbop Dubadop. Kylian Mbappe wins player of the year. We are still in first. It is Plymouth Argyle. Spain also has a Madrid. We do. We do have a Madrid. I mean, there are plenty of fucking names. There are plenty of names. Let's go. Salah, hat trick again. Mo is on fire. Where Mo goes, we follow as a team. And now a bunch of scouting reports back. And a transfer offer for Jaros from Cremonese. It's worth up to 1.8. They are offering 1.8. I will accept that because he's going to leave on a free otherwise very soon. It might mean that we have to sign a goalkeeper because we won't have a third choice option. I was in Bangor last month. It is Bangor. Like the meme is that it's pronounced Bangor. I have never heard anybody actually say Bangor, Maine in my life though. It is Bangor. Like that's it. What's a soccer fan to do in his spare time? He Mbappe's trolls. Hawks, that was terrible. We still have just one promising goalkeeper. Really? Only one goalkeeper that's listed as promising. How have we not found more than that? That's unbelievable to me. All right, it is the Papa Jan's Trophy against Middlesbrough. So our second team will be in and ready to go. See, in the UK, 2 places in Bangor pronounced Bangor. One in Northern Ireland and one in Wales. Well, see, that's the thing, though, is over here we pick and choose what pronunciations we actually want to follow as we lose to Middlesbrough on penalties. Damn. So we are out of the Papa John's. Recap how you done. Season 1, we won the League 2 title, which was essentially the Premier League. Last season, we were in the playoffs. We lost to Watford, who then beat Spurs. So Watford moved up with City and Chelsea. We also lost the Conference League final to Dinamo Zagreb. The end of last season was absolutely horrific for us. Absolutely horrific. We are doing much, much better so far this year. But we are only halfway through the season. We got a long way to go. Got a long way to go. All right. The first team is back in. Blackburn Rovers in the league. Hoping for a positive result here. And that's the type of draw that we cannot afford. At least it's not a loss, but that was our issue last season. Too many draws. Absolutely sank us. Like, we had fewer losses than anybody else in, like, the top 4, top 5. But we also had more draws. As Jaros will be moving out for $1.8 million in January. So we'll take that 1.8. We are going to have to find a third choice goalkeeper. Injury pending. So again, maybe now scouting a goalkeeper is the way to go. We do have to bring in 2 additions this year. And they both have to have pretty damn high potentials. Potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. So that's a super high, super high goalkeeper potential if we were to bring one in. If we were. Go to news. The UEFA midfielders of the season. The shortlist: Kessie, Brozovic, Pedri, and Barella for Inter. So to the Inter midfield and the Barcelona midfield. Good to know. Good to know. And our first youth player is unsettled. And it is, last I knew, our best, Isidoro Silva. We might be bringing in Isidoro Silva right now. Patrice Diabate. We can go ahead and release him. Ivan Sevchuk. We're going to go ahead and drop. We're also going to drop Dmitry Sevchuk and Eusebio Vergara. So go figure, no goalkeepers. But yeah, right now, no doubt, Isidoro Silva is the guy to sign. He wants to be signed immediately. And we'll have to do it. Chilson, what's going on, buddy? I mean, so we need his potential to be just a smidge higher than a low of 84, because Darwin Nunez is our only striker, our only like legitimate striker at an 87. So I don't even know if this is going to accomplish the goal. But we are going to sign the striker, our first of 2 signings this season, Isidoro Silva. And hopefully, he is what we needed in terms of accomplishing that goal. And he is. Perfect. Perfect. Thank God. All right. So we will be allowed to sign one more this new year. Indeed, this is our 3rd season now. So look at the depth that we're going to have at striker. What's funny, though, is Isidoro, he's not a 90 plus, so he is legitimately like an 87, 88, 89 potential. We got real lucky. Real lucky that went through. But we already have Patrick Heath, who's getting better at Brentford. We have Peter Baker. We have a lot of talent at striker. Like a crazy amount, really. We are going to immediately try to loan out Silva, the Argentinian. But yeah, we'll have to make some choices. I mean, Darwin's only 25. Jota's 28. We're going to have to make some tough decisions coming up about really how we want to set up this team. And Silva, you're welcome. Coventry in the league. Coventry. And again, we are about to see a mass exodus. It is about to be the first of the month. How'd the last season end? We lost everything. We lost the Europa Conference League Championship. We lost the league. We lost in the playoffs. It was a nightmare. Darwin, Jude, Darwin, Jude, Darwin. 5-2 over Coventry. Beautiful. So we will enter the transfer window. I guess Yaros claims he's been able to play. Good to know. We enter the 2025 transfer window. We are moving out the likes of Jorginho and company. So Vyacheslav Yaros, Jorginho, and Sergio Busquets have all left. Not bad. Where's Nuge? He was in here earlier. I'm sure he's still hanging around. We're going to play some clubs again soon, I'm sure. If the people are around. If the friendos are around. All right. So to the transfer hub. Goalkeepers, there are 2. Gavin Bazunu is like the only guy that our scouts have found for what is considered a promising goalkeeper. Which kind of sucks. The only other choice is right now we go to search players. We do go to free agents. And we just look for a fucking old man 3rd choice goalkeeper. Don't even look at the transfer options. But like Ben Amos or Begovic. Bring him in as a 3rd choice keeper just to sit there. Kind of like Adrian. David De Gea has been sitting on the free agent list all season. That's insane. Yeah, again, the free agent list is fucking overpowered right now. This is nuts. And again, I don't know if it's because of how I've set up the leagues or if this is how it happens for everybody's playthroughs, but holy shit, this is bad. There is again, if this is how it is, we'll definitely be doing free agent to glory. Just waiting to see if there's a name I like more than who we had at the top there. Guillermo Ochoa. David Ospina? Oh my God. Jan Sommer, but he's way too good for the spot that we're talking about. Danny Valdez, Jesus. It's amazing who just kind of kicks around on this list. Ron Robert Zieler. Let's go back to the top. We're going to go for Asmir Begovic. If he is willing to take the role. Basunu is way too good for what we're looking for, and Harvey Giles, the legend, still refuses to come here. So we are going to go talk to Asmir Begovic. Try to bring him in for like the next 6 months to a year. I mean, it'll have to be a year. Have him listed as sporadic. 1 year deal is perfectly fine. No release clause is also fine. We'll pay you $5,000 a week. I'll give you $25,000 to sign right now. Done deal. All right, so there we go. We have our third choice keeper problem solved. It's going to be Asmir Begovic, the veteran. He'll just be hanging around, you know. But we sold our other third choice goalie. Needed to do that. We had already had the veteran thing accomplished. Center backs. It's not so much that we need one right now. It's just I need to know who to keep an eye on in case Virgil gets worse. Max Kilman's definitely not it. That dude's definitely not it. Lacroix, not going to be it. Nope. 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 Saliba, kind of. He's a better option than Salisu at this point. Tamori might be too old by the time Salah really starts to drop. Bastoni, Tapsoba. We're definitely going to have some good options. Like I said, it's not a pressing issue at this stage. One of these guys will likely be the Van Dijk replacement. And then on the wing for a potential Mohamed Salah replacement down the road. Hold off of him. I mean, fucking A, Gakpo or Leao. Looking like the best options. There is the left-hand side. Couple of other good options. Lookman, not so much. The pressing issue was a midfielder. Like, did we want to bring in an elite level midfielder? Potentially switch up what our formation is right now for the sake of this move. Because there are a lot of midfielders who would kind of fit what we are looking for, also known as foot. And we have the money to splash the cash here. I just don't want... We got some guys who are going to be unwilling to come here right now, including Brahim. So I'd like to shorten the list in terms of get the players out of there who we know won't sign. There's going to be a decent amount of them because they would have been in better situations with other teams actually getting back to where they want to be. Nieves, Nunez. All right. I think we're good. I think we're okay. Do we bring in that midfielder? One of those cams or one of these numerous center mids? That is the question. And I don't quite have an answer to it. Because our primary formation has actually been pretty good. Again, it's been Jota and Nunez both playing so well that we had to switch to this jank formation in the first place. We'll sim this league match against Morecambe. We have the entire month to decide what exactly we're going to do. So we'll do what we have to do. Okay, maybe that midfielder will be a good idea. Altex, what's happening, buddy? That's a bad draw. That's another bad draw. That's not good. This is not good. Al-Shabaab are interested in loaning out for Isidoro Silva. We will delegate for a 2-year loan to send him out there if we can. First team's a little bit tired, especially Virgil, but it's Cardiff City. We should be able to handle this. Okay, we got to change something up here. We got to change something up. We've had a couple of draws lately. I don't even know if we're still in first. Spurs have jumped us. That sounds about right. It's a top 2 spot. We're only 5 points clear of Arsenal with 19 games to go. And right now, this team is not quite getting it done. I don't know for sure what the answer is, but something's got to be done. I don't know if the answer is an outright 4-2-4. But somebody in that lineup gets left out. Regardless. We get Jake Kane back from TFC. His loan has come to an end. 23 years old, almost a 70. That's not bad. He developed pretty well. But I mean, he is behind Clarkson. He is behind Ryberinger. We're going to try to sell him now at this stage. He'll be worth a little bit more than he was otherwise. I have to make a decision here. Bottom line is that midfield needs that boost. So if it's a center mid, Musiala 21 and an 86 is a better option than Kone. Musiala, it would have to be the $189 million release clause. We do have a $210 million budget. That is obviously expensive as all hell. Kone. Be around 60. 3 years younger, only 2 points less than Nunez. To be honest, I like his work rates and everything a little bit more. We'll rule out Nunez. Ruben Nieves is honestly more of a CDM. Solid player leadership. He's more of a CDM than an outright central midfielder. In a sense. But honestly, his finishing isn't that bad at this stage. His long shots are pretty good. I mean, he's more of the impact player now. There's Conor Gallagher, and then there's Yuri Tielemans. I mean, Tielemans pretty much compares directly to Nieves. They are very similar. And then out of those cams, I mean, it's Madison. Danny Olmo's a weird one. He's got the good defensive work rate. Form looks hella weird. It doesn't look hella weird. It is hella weird. Florian is obviously unreal. Be 128 million to secure that. Dominic is not willing to come here. So Olmo would be 189 million off of the release clause. So obviously rule him out. And James Madison would be the slightly cheaper option. He's obviously significantly older.
Oh, good for you!
Petty correction. I wouldn't call it a petty correction. I'd call it an accurate one. Streamer looks hella weird. That's also a fact. That is also a fact. Mad James, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Yeah, we have to change up our formation, so someone's got to be brought in here. $122 million release clause for Conor Gallagher. Can't say I'm overly excited about that. Musial would be a $189 million release clause. But he is fantastic. I'm going to let Atletico Madrid keep him. Which means out of these four, plus the Cam, Florian Wirtz, who would we go for? And Gallagher is the most expensive. I don't know if he should be, but he is. I don't know why that's showing me the same screen, but sure. It's supposed to be showing me stats. It looks like that glitched out. Why aren't you showing me attributes anymore? We'll back out of it and rejoin because, Jesus. Thank you for showing me the attributes. That was a really weird glitch. Kone's 23 and an 83. Great work rates. Nieves' low attacking work rate concerns me a little bit. High for Gallagher. He's the most expensive. Only has long shot taker. And then Yuri Tielemans is medium. Less traits to go off of than Ruben Nieves. I think we might avenge the mistake that Liverpool once made. And we bring in Ruben Nieves, what should have been done IRL a few seasons ago. Saying could be around 86 million. Let's see if he's our guy. I'm also going to talk to Florian Wirtz here. Winger-wise, nobody to sell. Midfield-wise, I mean, Jake Kane's not going to bring in much. Got Dick Wood. The other option is to move away from a 4 at the back and go to a 3 at the back, but that would require some center back purchases. Actually, maybe it wouldn't in the short term. That would require us, though, to be like, hey, let's move on from Trent, which is a bit scary. Feel kind of put out in your rosters. Isn't right to be a high franchise. We'll see. I mean, a medium franchise player in NHL can easily go high franchise. It doesn't take that long. Really quickly, if I were to just go 70 million. All right. They are thinking quite differently than I am. They have a drastically different viewpoint for what his price should be. We got him down to 94.5. We'll accept that for the moment. At least we know that's the price for him. I don't know if we'll go into the negotiations. Florian is the one where if I were to switch to a 3 at the back, Robertson or Trent would be the one to help make that happen. At the same time, Squad Hub, is it too late to turn Trent Alexander-Arnold into just an outright winger? Is that just too late to accomplish? I mean, it'll take 4 weeks to make him into a right midfielder. So honestly, maybe he's the Mo replacement. Maybe he's the Mo replacement. Not that I want to move on from Mo Salah this season either. Oh, this is just such a tough spot to be in right now. But knowing that we have to do something different with this first team because they've gotten a little bit stagnant. The obvious answer is to try out a midfielder first. But it's going to be an expensive damn move. Florian Wirtz, around 128 million is what it's telling me. Which is nuts. Transfer fee, 100 million. Oh, 160. Okay. How about 110? 160. How about 125 million? What do you think, champ? We'll take some time to think about this. Yeah, I know how that's going to go. I know how that's going to go. Shit. What would the price be for Yuri Tielemans at this stage? What would the price be for him? Let's start off at a grand 50 million. He just immediately walked away. Oh, I shouldn't have expected anything less. Kone. What would it be for you? I'm going to start at a nice 50 million. 70 and a 10% sell on. Jesus. Remove the sell on. How about a nice 55 million? Ethan, appreciate you. Got him down to 64. How about a nice $60 million? All right, so they'll take 60 million for Kone. I just don't think he's like that major game changer necessarily. And then we'll just kind of ignore Conor Gallagher because that's way too much to pay for fucking Conor Gallagher, that release clause. Way, way too much. Like, way too much. So, Nieves. $94.5 million for Ruben Nieves. Kone's worth 60. We have a general idea of what it's going to cost. The first team moving forward, we're going to move Jota back down. We'll have Jude there. Curtis Jones, you get one more opportunity, buddy. One more. Not that it even is the reason why he didn't have an opportunity before. Like, he was fine. But I think we have to give him the opportunity. I mean, he is, what, 23 at this stage? This team is just in such a weird spot right now in terms of, like, okay, what happens next? That lost season this year in the championship, like, we should be like, okay, and then when we get to the Premier League, it's going to be this. But now we're a year further out from that, so it's kind of tough to tell. It's kind of tough to tell what that scenario actually frickin' looks like. Let's get the second team reestablished. Get Sepp set up. Get Trent out of there for Malo Gusto. We'll get Billy in there. And honestly, Dick Wood, congratulations. You've made the bench. Congratulations, buddy. You've made the bench. The Premier League debut at 39 years old. The one, the only, the legend, Dick Wood. Silva if he doesn't get loaned out. Clarkson, Rybiger, Kane. Jude's out for Clarkson. Honestly, get Begovic onto the bench. Put Salah on the bench still. Second team's a weird one. Second team's a real weird one. But we got a couple of days. Wow, they accepted that offer for Wirtz. 125 million. We have to take that. He is worth so much more than 125 million. Well, the choice has been made then. They took a low ball offer. What did we drop him down by? $40 million? Wants a crucial role. That is fine. Wants a 4-year deal. We'll counter it up to 5. No release clause, which is amazing. Wants $19,000 a week, but a $200,000 signing bonus and gets paid almost $1 million per 25 goals. That's a done deal. So that is another big January signing. Sign the football. Yeah, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. Sign the ball for the man, for the kid. He'll be a man someday. He'll be a man someday. Get him on the treadmill. Look at him go. The big star signing. I didn't think that this would be happening. But here we are. Goodness. I like that for a star player, they really up the presentation. Damn right. I knew we got a great deal on that. We had to take it immediately. Wow. The asking price was 160 million. We got it down to 125. That is insane. Did the doors open magically? Welcome to Liverpool, man. Where the doors open magically. Especially for a player like that. 2-year loan for Isidoro Silva as well. But I guess we have figured out our new team setup. Because Florian Wirtz is here. The Wirtz. I'm going to pronounce it with a V because I don't want it to remind me of Rocky Wirtz. Yeah. So needless to say, we have options. I mean, honestly, even something like that, as a little bit wonky as it is, like, that's a pretty damn good setup. That is a pretty damn good setup. God damn.